my sexuality preference was challenged, you know, in the house.
By the leader?
By the leader, and I'm gonna stand on that, you know, and my story won't never change.
So how did he challenge you? Like, what did he do? How did they come out here and recruit your typical homeless guy? Like, what was their strategy? What did they say to you? What was their pitch? Did you see any of the people that I interviewed at the house? So like, some people say that Josias was there at one point.
Talking about Josiah, who be having like the popular interviews.
Yeah.
At one point, I'm gonna keep it G with you about what happens when these people are kidnapped.
So what happens? Give me the raw details.
In one account, I've heard that a guy was put in a dog cage.
He definitely had nothing but girlfriends out here. I'll say that.
Nothing happened to Josiah that he didn't want to happen.
Who do you think is bankrolling this organization?
You want the truth?
I want the truth.
They had ties. Another public on the note too, but
Keep it a thou wow, man.
I'm gonna keep it 1,000. Russia. I love women who.
Okay, well, so some people are gonna ask you then, Charles. I'm gonna ask a tough question.
Go ahead.
Some people are gonna ask you then, well, why were you in the house for 4 or 5 months then?
Want me to tell you why I was in the house?
What's up, YouTube? I want to once again thank everybody who comes up to me in the street and shows me real love. Y'all don't even know. It keeps me thankful. It keeps my tank full. Now, back to the content. What's up, YouTube? Atlanta Street Interviews. Out here with, guys, this is actually an update. So Charles was on my channel when it first started. And he had a, fairly big interview at that time where he was talking about an organization. He didn't want to name the organization because he had just basically fled from the house. Summarize. Oh, by the way, are you homeless?
Yes, currently homeless. Just became homeless last night, matter of fact, but I've actually been dealing with homelessness off and on, throughout my entire life.
Okay. Just became homeless last night. What happened?
I'm not a name dropper, so for legal purposes, I won't mention this organization's name. But I was just affiliated with an organization that does nonprofit in the city of Atlanta. And long story short, a lot of my preferences, if y'all follow my drift, didn't align with theirs. The mission, I was down for the mission, but the preferences.
So be specific. My audience likes to get
be specific
raw and real. What preferences? What's going on?
My sexual preference. I'm a heterosexual male, and I don't have no disrespect for the LGBTQ community, but I was made in advance to become a homosexual, and because I declined that advance, I was kicked out of the house, and I was staying in a 5-bedroom mansion, which you can look on my Instagram page on I Am Thug Life. In HEZ, as in zebra _ real one, you'll see I'm not lying. But yeah, I got kicked out of the house because I didn't want to be homosexual.
Turns out it's the organization we've been hearing about the last couple interviews, BLACKHAMMER. So you was the original person on this channel to really talk about what was going on. So I'm gonna jump right in, all right? Well, first and foremost, how you doing?
I'm doing good, Mark, doing good. How everybody doing?
All right, man, so Charles, like I say, you an OG on this channel, man. We're going to jump right in it, all right? If y'all want to see his original interview, it's pinned to the first comment, all right? All right, so right off the bat, man, like, they said that one of the interviewees that we had said that he was kidnapped and was basically held against his will for about 2 months, okay? In a situation like that, do you think that they're also sexually assaulting him as well?
I can't speak on that again, and I'm not gonna, say that because of their preferences, as I aforementioned in my last interview, or the first interview, should I say. But I will say this, I've heard several accounts, one from a personal friend that I had made in there, which I know he has no reason to lie, about what happens when these people are kidnapped.
So what happens? Give me the raw details.
In one account, I've heard that a guy was put in a dog cage and actually had to escape while everybody was asleep. Ran down the street barefooted. I've heard accounts where people had, weapons drawn on them, you know what I mean? Like, yo, these are just, again, accounts that have been told to me. me personally, just reiterating my situation on why I left again. My sexuality preference was challenged, you know, in the house.
By the leader?
By the leader, and I'm gonna stand on that, you know, and my story won't never change.
So how did he challenge you? Like, what did he do? So first and foremost, let's start. I wanted to jump right in, but let's bag it up a little bit. How long were you there for?
I was in that organization from like October of
2021?
21, yeah, till like the end of February 2022, beginning of
March type deal. Right, that's when we met.
Yeah.
That's when we met. I'm over there by Gateway.
Yeah, correct.
All right. And so you was there for, sounds like about 4 or 5 months, something like that, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. When you was there, at what point in that 4 or 5 months did he try you sexually?
It came like right around, it sounds crazy to say this, but right around Valentine's. Like,
so it was towards the end of when you was there?
Towards the end.
And so what did he do to try you? Like, what did he do?
We had these like briefings and meetings where we discussed the money we done made, areas we plan to target for the week, you know, events that we plan to head out to, and we just go around and we do that. And
what do y'all do? Just panhandle? Is that basically the main money making activity?
I ain't gonna say it was panhandling because, like I said, they had the website where you could actually, like, you know, scan a QR code and it'll pull up their organization and you could pay the vendor.
So it was like donating? Is that what was going on? People just donating to y'all?
Donations, yeah. It was
donations. Okay. So everybody kind of, that's what they said. They said everybody was spread out or go to different areas and, you know, kind of basically ask for money.
Yeah, basically.
Okay, that's long and short of it. Okay. So what did he do to try you though? Y'all was having meetings or whatever. Did he just come right out with it and say, hey Charles, come in here and, you know, we're gonna do this? What did he do?
It was like we was in the meeting and then we got to this part of the meeting where we go around and we introduce ourselves to new people who come into the house. Because again, like I said, we were staying in the mansion over there off of West Fayetteville Road, like right down the street from where the mansion that belongs to Rick Ross is. But long story short, we get to the end part of the meeting and like, yo, we got to introduce ourselves to new people who come into the organization. So I was unaware of the pronouns at the time that applied to, I guess, the LBG community or whatever. But like, so we got to that part, right? And so I got confused because it was a girl in the house that I addressed all females by queen, or, you know, I might address the fellas as king. So I said that to her, she got offended, and they was like, no, they are them, or whatever the hell they said, right? So I was like, what does that mean? Because I was like, yo, I even said, now we're using pronouns or whatever. So then they explained it to me, and then that's when the guy who owned the organization slipped a little inside joke in, but I caught on to it when he was like, well, he's and him for now. And I looked like, whoa, like, fuck, like, I know what you mean by that.
So he was trying to make you a she.
Basically, and again, the reason why I got kicked out, and I know this in my heart, is because, like I said, I didn't turn that way. So a situation was created to where I was drawn into an argument just to have a smoke screen, so to say.
So let me ask, I mean, did you see any of the people that I interviewed at the house? So like some people say that Josias was there at one point.
Talking about Josiah, who be having like the popular interviews.
Yeah.
At one point, I'm gonna keep it G with you. I wasn't there, but I heard he was at the house. He was even going around rapping a little song he made up for him and stuff like that.
Was that 12 skit song or whatever?
I believe so. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's the song that I played on my short or whatever.
I heard him rapping it one day when I used to kick it with him and try to guide him, but you know how that goes.
What do you know of anything that may have happened to Josias while he was in the house?
I'm not saying
we gotta keep it a buck now.
Funny, and I'm gonna keep it a buck. They didn't have to persuade Josias. If y'all been watching his interviews, he kind of tells y'all what his preferences are. So
well, it came out that he was bisexual, but
yeah,
he definitely had nothing but girlfriends out here. I'll say that.
Nothing happened to Josias that he didn't want to happen.
Okay. So you heard about stuff happening. Did you see it happening, or did you hear about it?
I never saw it happen. I know when I was in the house, anybody who knows me, just even outside of the interviews and where I'm from in my neighborhood, you know, I'm going to speak my mind and I'm going to stand on what I believe, you know what I'm saying? And like I said it before, this is Sodom and Gomorrah to me, and I'm not trying to offend nobody. I believe God created Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve.
Steve.
Being a buck, you want a buck. I love women who.
Okay, well, so some people are gonna ask you then, Charles. I'm gonna ask a tough question.
Go ahead.
Some people gonna ask you then, well, why were you in the house for 4 or 5 months then?
Want me to tell you why I was in the house? Because for one, I'm gonna keep it G. Yes, I knew it was bisexual dudes in there. It was gay girls in there. I knew the whole nine. It was goddamn.
I mean, the leader
cold.
is like obviously
cold.
gay.
It was cold, and like I said, this is one thing that I can say publicly on camera. You did the interviews with everybody in the house. Go back and ask any one of them. Any one of them. Don't care who y'all pick out. Go ask them to come out to the interview where they could say Charles is in there performing any type of homosexual acts or flirting or entertaining any of that. Go ask them. Facts.
Okay.
I was in there because, like I said, people call me an opportunist. I'm not an opportunist. They came to me, offered me a spot to stay in the mansion. Did I know these folks were gay? Yes. The dude who I was in the roommate with, he had a girlfriend at the time, though him and his girlfriend were both bi. Like, dead ass for real. Like, dead ass. Never approached me, never tried me because, like, I ain't trying to be funny, and I'm not saying this to be funny. They know I'm not cut like that. Like, for real. They know what's up.
They ain't gonna try you like that.
And at the end of the day, ask any one of them in the house. They tried to host this little challenge where they was gonna see who could go out here and make the most money. Just like when I finished those apps first for that dude.
Right, the dude. Yeah, you was on that. You was on that video.
I'm telling y'all, like, regardless of what anybody think about me, I'm a hustler at the end of the day. I do legit shit to get money. I ain't got to go out here and sell my body.
So you was a good worker for him, basically.
Yeah,
you was a good earner.
I came out here and I got money, man. Girls was coming up to me. They go to Georgia State. They was Venmoing, Zelle, Cash App, whatever they needed for the organization. They did it for me because I know how to present myself. I know how to talk.
Okay, so, all right. And so, because there was a couple other people I interviewed that was in the house, like Wild Child.
Never really got to meet him, but I heard of him.
Okay, it's Wild Child, and then obviously we just talked about Vaughn, right?
Yeah, that's my guy.
Okay, so did Vaughn live in the house or did he not live in the house?
To my knowledge, Vaughn never lived in the house, to my knowledge, that I know of.
Well, because, right, you lived in the house, right? So you would have known if he was living there, right?
Yeah, he wasn't living there at the time I was living there. I met Vaughn through my friend Melissa, you know what I'm saying? We was out here doing that interview that they trying to
yeah, with the dude or
trying
whatever.
to get shit for the hotel room. I did it first because I knew in my heart if I got the hotel room first, then I was going to take him and Melissa with me. But it just turns out that Melissa had her own apartment over here in the Bluff, so, you know, I brought Vaughn along with me.
Okay, so that's what's going on. Okay, shout out to Vaughn. Yeah, I'm supposed to actually be meeting up with him in like probably the next hour or so. So anyway, all right, so how did they come out here and recruit your typical homeless guy? Like, what was their strategy? What did they say to you? What was their pitch?
Well, I'm gonna say this. It was different with me because I was the only one in the house that was heterosexual, for one. But like, when they approached me, I could tell from the way they approached, they were strategic. Because like I told you, at first they said they were gonna do some type of challenge to see who can get the most.
Well, I'm talking about the initial.
That's what I'm telling you.
That was the initial approach.
They pulled up on me. That's on everything. They pulled up on me right out here in the park. They pulled up on me. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're like, yo, we've been hearing about you. You know what I'm saying? And you seem like you'll be a perfect candidate. It was me, this older lady, and like 3 other people. And they're like, we're gonna give all y'all clipboards and let y'all go out here. You know what I'm saying? And see who get the most donations. And in my mind, like, I ain't trying to be funny. I was like, shit, I got this shit canned anyways. Because like I said, I did door-to-door sales back when I was like 21, 20. Long story short, it went from that to them actually like saying, you know what, we just want to skip through the whole process. We gonna pick you, like, no cap. And I ended up going to, they took me shopping. They bought me clothes and shit. I ain't gonna tell that lie. Went out there to the crib. I saw how they were living. I was like, God damn, like, yo, these folks.
Who do you think is bankrolling this organization?
You want the truth?
I want the truth.
They had ties. Another public on the note too, fuck.
Keep it a thou wow, man.
I'm gonna keep it 1,000. Russia.
Like Russia, like the Russian mafia, the Russian country, like a particular Russian oligarch. Like, who's bankrolling this thing? You say they got a mansion out there by Holyfield?
No, I'll say that it had to be someone in like they government.
So Russia is, why do you think it's Russia?
I don't know. The reason why I say that because I've been asked this question before, and that's why I kind of paused. You know, and this just say this. If I'm wrong, then hey, KGB, whoever y'all is, you know what I'm saying, Kremlin, all that shit I be seeing in the movies. Forgive me, but you know, whoever watches the interview got to know this about me. If I'm asked a question, I'm gonna answer it. You know what I'm saying, honestly as I can, and you know, I'm gonna be trying to be best,
right, as truthful and
choosy with my words, not to offend people. But
right.
The reason why I said what I just said and I stand on this is because when I look at the mask, I mean, it ain't hard to like really put two and two together. Not only that.
So what about the mask? Is there something on the mask that
I feel like that little symbol, you know, it's just too tough to resemble the Russian flag to me. That's why I say what I say. Not only that, I went on their website and it ain't no secret, so I might as well go ahead and say it. One of their own members actually showed me where they had this guy that they had a picture of that was Russian, that they seemed like they was targeting, that supposedly supposed to have ties with them and shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, I can admit that. You know what I'm saying? Like, do I know this shit to be like true? Nah, but if you gonna ask me who I think funded them, hell, like shit, from what I've seen, then it look like them. You know what I mean? Like, you know.
Because I mean, you know, to be able to afford all that stuff and all, you know, they're feeding everybody, they're taking them to get clothes, they're doing all this stuff. That's more than just donations.
Then not only that, it's just some weird shit going on with Russia and America anyways, and Ukraine and all the other weird ass shit. Like, that's why I say what I say too, because just truth be told, Putin and Russia and them got their hands in too much shit anyways, like, truth be told.
Yeah, I mean, you would never guess it, you know what I'm saying? You would never really guess it. Like, I would see how they would be able to infiltrate through an organization like that at the grassroots level, you know what I'm saying? And wow, so, have you seen the leader guy, the Ghazi guy? Have you seen him?
After that incident, when we got into it, like I told you that time or whatever, and I snapped, I've seen him like probably twice before I've heard what I heard. But like that one time I saw him, he was out here passing out money to the people. It was just $1, but you know, he was, you know, giving back or whatever. I spoke my piece with them folks, you know what I'm saying, let them know it is what it is, you know what I mean? Because like I said, and I say this again, no matter what happened to me in life, no matter where life take me, my life spiritual led. I was the first one to call out their downfall. I'm not saying this to be mean right now. Fuck it, it is what it is. You can't do dirt, regardless of what my situation is or however many people want to judge me. I'm an honest dude. You know what I'm saying? Honest, to the point where I tell you I'm doing this interview and I ain't been asleep in 24 hours because I'm high off ecstasy right now. Facts. Yeah, it's just that real me. But at the end of the day, I call shit out. It's on y'all whether or not y'all want to listen. And I say this to the masses of people who listening. I'm not trying to be Tupac. I'm not trying to be Malcolm X or nobody else. I'm trying to be Charles. If you listen to any of my interviews, I've always given people truth. I always give people insight. I always give people foresight. I called this Black Hammer shit out. And,
it was maybe like a month or two after our interview that their house was raided.
It's no secret. This is what I'm telling you. God plucked me away from that. I didn't need that. I didn't need that. But then everybody see what's going on now. This shit is real. And I feel like if you really want to know the truth, if you want me to quit holding back, I'm going to stop holding back and say what I got to say to the world. Shit going the way it's going right now because of the fact that people have bought into this new society, which accepts everything spiritually immoral to the Most High. And then you'll turn around and look at a nigga like me who, and others that you see out here in the streets, because all of us ain't out here because we burn bridges. All of us ain't out here because we own drugs. Facts. Even though I just told you I'm on one right now, that shit don't control me. But at the end of the day, it's like that because people have lost their spiritual ways. And I know I'm gonna have the masses in my comments like fuck you, da 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 da, because
well, I mean, this is in Revelation.
Listen, yeah, everybody, the majority of this world has sold their soul. I hate to say it. And again, I'm gonna say what I was trying to say. A nigga like me be forced into the corner. I'm a real dude, an honest dude. I ain't never changed. Not even nanosecond. Fuck a second. Not nanosecond. So yeah, that's why Black Hammer and these different various organizations, not just them, that you see trotting around, putting up a front like they care about Black Lives Matter and all this other stuff, man. And since the 60s, honestly, when it comes to social injustice issues, racism, what has changed? But I can tell you, the genocide rate didn't increase. Black people, like Nas said, that hated themselves so much and love the other people's wealth to where they'd do anything for the dollar bill.
Yep.
Even if it's kill their day one partner, which I done seen happen.
Yep.
So I'm saying all that to say this. That's why all this is going on. That's why I can see everything falling with BLACKHAMMER before it fell. Not just because they messed with me, because I had that foresight when I got involved in that organization and what was going on. They're an open book. Look them up. They've been an open book. Fox News did a report on
a whole
these folks.
thing on them.
So what is folks talking
Yeah, I mean,
about
so
right now?
listen, I
Anybody
just
who-
want to, just to wrap it up real quick, I do want to ask, just to be clear, do you know of any instances where the guy Ghazi forced anybody to do anything sexually?
I can say this on camera openly. Nah, I don't know any incidents again.
So everybody that was doing stuff in that house was
While
doing it
I was living in that
consensually?
house, while I was living in that house, everybody who was in there doing whatever they was doing. This is what I'm telling y'all. I was in my room and they blocked my page, but I actually posted from my room where I be at. They had a studio in the house. Me and, like I told you, my roommate who had a girlfriend at the time, which both of them were bisexual, he was in the room with me, never tried me. We would be in the studio. They did whatever they did in the master bedroom, but it was, to my knowledge, it was consensual because never heard no one shouting and screaming, talking about get off me. Never was no fights while we was there inside the house. Like it was just peaceful.
And so just to be clear, because you talk about the studio, our guy Tone or whatever, right? That's Tone. That guy right there, right?
Okay, yeah, I done seen Tone before.
Right. So was he said he was an engineer in the studio or whatnot. Like he was. They say that's why they brought him there was.
I ain't trying to be funny. I never saw him like while I was there or while I wasn't there. I probably just recently started seeing him since I've been back out here.
Okay, so he may have been there after you or something. Or
I can't say, because honestly, after I cut ties with them folks, as far as who go to the house and stuff like that,
over with.
I no longer had taps with trying to figure all that out.
What was going
I
on?
Pushing up down here when they was trying to give out the dollars. I pushed up that one time, like I said, speak my piece and let them know that shit fucked up.
All right, Charles. Well, look, man, if the people want to see your other interviews, like I say, I've got those links down in the bottom, man, in the first comment. If anybody out there did want to reach out, help, or donate, do you have a way they could do that? Social media, Cash App, anything like that?
If they wanted to donate, man, I seriously, you know what I'm saying, you know, would appreciate it. You know what I mean? $1, $2, it don't matter.
What's your
to me,
Cash
you know
App?
what I'm saying? It's $, all capital letters, SEAYPAC. Again, it's $, all
You got the same Cash App?
all capital letters.
Okay.
SEAYPAC.
Yeah. I'm same. Most
same
people don't
one.
keep the same one over this amount of time. So, all right, man. Well, look, like I say, man, we really appreciate you. Definitely wish you nothing but the best. All right.
I appreciate y'all, and I just want to tell everybody, whoever from day one been in my corner on any interview, I see y'all in the comments. Some of y'all follow me on social media. I love y'all and I appreciate that.
What's your Instagram?
My Instagram, because like 3 of my pages have gotten blocked because I have a slick mouth. When I see girls dressed a certain type of way, I'm going to speak my mind, so they done ban me.
Okay.
But my new page is 2PACZ_brother. Tupac's brother. You'll see my picture pop up.
You can
And-
maybe play Tupac in the biopic, man. You know, they get you
should've got me
cleaned up. They
good,
throw a
like,
little bandana on you, man.
Good, like, baby, you know what I'm saying? Nah.
Hey, man, it's all love. Like I say, man, we appreciate you. Definitely wish you nothing but the best, all right?
Man, love everybody.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.